Good morning, Leon. This is our little time together. So we look like we've got a happy octopus on this writing page. Let's see what's going on. We have en, in and enjoy. That's a prefix, comes at the beginning of a word. Un, and unbutton, comes at the beginning of a word. God made the world for us to enjoy. That is so true. So the world is just full of things to learn about and see. So this is your next to the last day of writing. So do your very best. All right, let's look at phonics. Phonics, I think you might like. It says circle E-A and E-A-R. I want you to take a marker and mark that out. Okay? There is no need for you to be circling. Finish the puzzle. All right, so number one, you know how to do crossword puzzles. Excuse me. It says part of a tree, and part of a tree is a, leaf. So they've got L-E-A-F. It says across. So remember, across means you have to find a number that goes across. And the letters have to fit the boxes. Okay, so if you get stuck, ask Mom for some help. But I think you can do this, and this should be a little fun. All right, so that's your next to the last day of phonics. Now, you can pause your video and do that puzzle, or you can just keep going with Miss Amy, or turn me back on after you pause me. All right, we are looking at irregular verbs. What does irregular mean? Well, regular means the same old way every time. Irregular means not the same way. I'm doing it different. I'm an irregular person because I do things different. Here are some irregular verbs. So what we are talking about is the action word and when it happens. That's called the time of the verb or the tense. So we learned present is happening right now with just a basic verb or ing. Past adds ed to the basic verb. Will with the basic verb means it hasn't happened yet, but I will do it in the future. Some verbs have their own mind. They want to do it different, so we have to memorize them. And if you hear little children talk, it's kind of funny sometimes because they don't have all the irregulars memorized. There's irregular nouns like man and men. So as little children learn to talk, they start hearing S's on things that are plural. They don't really know the word plural, but they know it's like a lot of them. So they're like, those men's came, Mommy. Why did those men's come? So they put a S on men because they've heard that so many times. So as you get older, you start kind of sorting it all out. Well, these are verbs, so let's see if we can look at them. We're going to read the whole chart, and you can read them out loud with me. I would like that. Begin, begins, began. I began that garden box last Thursday. Have or has or had begun. He had begun to build. We will talk about that later. See, sees, saw, have seen. I have seen him before. I saw him yesterday. Give, gives, gave, have given. Write, writes, wrote, have written. I have written a letter before. Eat, eats, ate, have eaten. I have eaten at Miss Amy's before. Take, takes, took, have taken. I have taken phonics all year long. I'm almost done. Grow, grows, grew, have grown. My seed has grown. So you just have to memorize these if you want to do it correctly because there's no other way. All right, it says complete each sentence with the correct form of the verb in parentheses. Let's do a couple of these together. I have see. All right, so if it has have, has, or had, it's going to be on the last row. So what is see on the last row? Seen. I have seen many baseball games. My dad something me to my first game last year. So it already happened, so it's going to be the past tense. My dad, where's take? Took. My dad took me because that's the past tense. There's no have, has, or had with it, so it's not that row. He did it last year, so it's got to be the past. My dad took. Let's just do all of these together. My cousins have. All right, so we've got to get on that have row, and it's got to be for begin. Have begun. So if you just take it step by step, it's really easy. My cousins, it's not the have row, something me a baseball cap for my birthday. So you can tell he's already passed his birthday. He's already gotten the gift. He knows what it is. So it's going to be in the past for give. So it's gave. My cousins gave me a baseball cap for my birthday. That's how you're going to do your independent practice. Okay? You're going to find out which column is it in. Is it in the verb? Well, that's just the verb. Is it in the present, happening right now? It'll be one of those. Did it already happen? It'll be in the past tense. Does it have, has, or had? It'll be on that row. Just find out which row you're on. Underline the correct verb 2 times. Same thing, just a different way of looking at it. Write a sentence using the irregular verb. You have to pick out one of these verbs, not the regular verb. Pick out its irregular form, just one of them, and make a sentence. I like your sentences most of the time. All right, that's all we have. Quick, fast, and in a hurry. I'm trying to kind of wind down a little bit, get a little bit easier. So school's winding down. You're almost done.